This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Here we go. Here he is.
Your title changed in the NWA, and here it is. National Heavyweight Champion. What's the matter?
I don't want to say that I told you so, but I told you so. You know, there was a lot of talk for 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks, whatever it exactly was. It's really academic at this point. It doesn't really matter. It was an exciting time for me. It's kind of like, you know, arenas all across this country. I see women behind the arenas flocking just to touch the World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair, just to touch Mr. Tully Blanchard. And I said to Tully one day, I said, Tully, what do you think motivates all these women to come out here, all trying to outdo each other, all trying to dress a little sharper than each other, all trying to work and get just a little closer, all wanting to touch the tie? Tully said it's the same thing that Ric Flair has told me time after time. It's the thrill of the chase. And that's what it's been for the last 4.5 weeks. It's been the thrill of the chase because, as I have said before, the inevitable was inevitable. And here it's a living proof right here. And it makes me feel good. But for the last couple months, really, Mr. Tully Blanchard Enterprises has been somewhat naked without a prestigious belt around his waist. And what more prestigious belt than the National Heavyweight Championship? Congratulations, champ.
Well, thank you. Congratulations, well due. Dusty Rhodes, it was one of the greatest matches, hardest fought. I tell you what, I got to take my hat off to you, the only man ever to kick out of the slingshot. But the fact remains, in the bottom line, I dealt with the dealer. The most greatest sports attractant, self-proclaimed, Dusty Rhodes, I took you down. So that makes me the man of the hour, and the week, and the month, and the year. So Dusty Rhodes, you take your body, and you take Baby Doll, and you go back to the bottom of the ladder. That's right. Now then, you got people out here hollering, I quit, from one end of the country to the other. Everybody knows the words never came out of my mouth. Magnum TA, U.S. title, national title, they're both mine, and you know it. You think about it, baby. You know it. Anybody else wants a shot? Everybody knows I'm the fighting champion there is. The National Heavyweight Champion, Tully Blanchard. Live with it. Learn to like it, baby.
Mr. Blanchard, I think now that you're the National Heavyweight Champion, I think we finally heard the last of these chants of I quit in the arenas.
That's right. All right, James J. Dillon and the National Heavyweight Champion, Tully Blanchard. Let's go to the ring.
All right, lots to unpack there. You heard several weeks ago, Tully Blanchard come out and say, I'm going to do it in a month. I'm going to do it in 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. Of course, he did. He became the National Heavyweight Champion at a TV taping in Spartanburg, South Carolina, at the Memorial Auditorium. It was March 4th, 1986. It's a sellout second match from the top. It's Tully hitting Dusty to win the title. Of course, he hit him with a foreign object before he did that. Mm-hmm. And Ric Flair, who was actually doing guest commentary for the match, is the person who slipped Tully that foreign object. And Rhodes attempts to bring Blanchard back into the ring with a back suplex late in the match. Rhodes would kick out of a slingshot suplex. You just heard Tully reference that. After the match, Flair gets in the ring to celebrate with Blanchard. Arn Anderson shows up. Baby Doll attacks Flair. And then Dillon grabbed Baby Doll by the hair, yanks her down to the mat. She's slapping him. He's tackled by, or she's tackled by Anderson and Blanchard. And then, of course, Flair goes up to the top rope as Baby Doll's held down, but Magnum comes out to make the save. So it looked like they were about to attack Baby Doll, but Magnum makes the save along with Sam Houston, Ricky Morton, and Robert Gibson. So it was quite an angle, and I'm sure we'll see clips of it either later on this show or our syndicated show, the Mid-Atlantic Championship show.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Pretty hot angle,
Big angle when you're attacking women and stealing titles and using foreign objects. I mean, it's everything you could do, but I thought that was like the best look Tully ever had right there. Had his big ring on like you like, the big nugget watch, the suit and tie, the championship. And I thought it was really nice the way they just immediately transitioned into something else. I don't think anybody's going to be saying I quit anymore in these arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, that you're just reminding fans, hey, start saying that.
That's right. That's right. It's like Paul Jones or Bobby Heenan more famously would say, don't call me Weasel.
Yeah. I mean, even on indie shows, that still works. Like I used to see Tracy Smothers come out and, cut a 20-minute promo on the crowd and just do a lot of crowd work. And he inevitably says something like, if I hear Tracy sucks one more time, everybody dies. So then, of course, everybody starts chanting Tracy sucks. And
right. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I think we're going to see the Dusty and Tully angle, the title switch here. And again, this is old school stuff, but Tully Blanchard knows how to get his opponent over.
Oh, yeah. The only person to ever kick out of the slingshot.
Exactly. Give him credit, but still be the fucking heel.
Yes.
And that's that, again, art form.
With the idea being, if I low rate you, as we say in the South, like back in the day, there's a famous story of when you guys were in the back doing promos and somebody, I forget who, said something about Wahoo and said, if you think I'm scared of that fat old Indian, and he finished the promo. And when he was done, Wahoo, who was seated in the garage, got up off his chair, walked over and slapped the shit out of him. But then somebody smartened him up and realized, hey, wait a minute. If you're out here calling him a fat old Indian and he beats you, where does that leave you?
Yeah.
But if you beat him, well, you didn't do anything. You just beat a fat old Indian.
Right.
So you got to put the guy over. And so he says a moment ago, you heard Tully, greatest attraction in all the sports, or so he says, self-proclaimed, but he is the only man to ever kick out of the slingshot suplex.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Heavyweight title belt.
After watching excerpts of this match today, I've got already 2 phone calls, one from Bill Apter, senior editor of Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine, and his comment on the phone, it had to be one of the greatest matches of all times. 10 minutes didn't go by. George Napolitano from the Main Event Wrestling magazine called me. His comment, one of the greatest matches of all time. Well, I had to disagree with both of them, even though they're regarded as 2 of the great experts in professional wrestling. I really can't say that it was one of the greatest matches of all time, because in my expert opinion, it was the greatest single match I have ever seen, period. And unlike the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Mr. Blanchard is going to be a fighting champion, which is precisely the reason we had to wait 4.5 weeks to finally corner the man, because he wouldn't come out, and that was the biggest source of embarrassment to me. Well, Dusty Rhodes, if you ever even think that you or Baby Doll are going to get close to this championship belt again, reach out and touch the monitor on your television screen back in your dressing room or at home on your television, because that's as close as you will ever get to the National Heavyweight Championship belt. Dusty Rhodes, you can give us 6 hours, 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 years notice. It doesn't matter, because we are done with you. You will never, ever again wrestle for the National Heavyweight Championship belt, because in all honesty, you don't deserve it.
Well, JJ, Tony Schiavone, let me ask you a question. Dusty Rhodes comes out here week in, week out, Baby Doll holding this prestigious title, calling himself the greatest sports attraction and a living legend in his own time, right?
Right, yes.
Okay, well, what does that make me now?
Think about it. You don't have to be a genius to figure that out.
You don't have to blush out here on national television. I didn't need to ask you a stumper
Even
there.
Your cakey makeup, I can see you're blushing.
Dusty Rhodes, you know exactly what that makes me. And that makes Jimmy Valiant. All the time I had to spend sending you messages and you sending people after me, all fine. Because I'm the national heavyweight champion, and you people need to get used to seeing this and me and JJ out here, Tully Blanchard Enterprises, forever. Because I tell you what, I'm going to make this just exactly what I did. The real soul.
I wonder what Baby Doll.
See you next week.
Dude, I love that you guys have started implementing that. We got to go.
Even through your cakey makeup, I can see you're blushing.
It's a great line.
JJ was a great ribber. He really was. We gave each other shit a lot. Anyway, my final thing, I will get it out.
Ugh.
If you're a fucking TV announcer, you can do the goddamn thing in the fucking basement. You don't have to be mid center court. You don't have to be the 50-yard line. The pandemic proved it, that they can do it in the studio. They don't. So there.
Why are you so mad?
I don't.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.